Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central. CFL content for the fans, by the fans. And the Bombers have another re-signing. In addition to Sergio Castillo signing a 2-year deal, Jameson Shehan is going to be sticking around. He signs a 1-year deal through 2026. And he had done relatively well for the Bombers. He's a guy who, when he first came in, I wasn't sure about. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, he looks okay, but we'll see how he goes. He really has impressed me with the way he's improved. He serves for the as the holder for Castillo and has done pretty well there as well. Just kind of a thing to note. But Jameson Shehan, great example of a guy that the Bombers have picked up through the global draft, was born in Australia, went to school in California. He's only 28 years old. And the thing that has impressed me specifically with Shehan is not necessarily always the distance, but the distance has been good. His average is about 47.8 yards. His highest was that this season, higher than his averages in 2024 and 2023. Probably because the Bombers had to punt more, which, that's a separate problem. But with Jameson Shehan, I noticed that he was doing a really good job at getting those punts deep and getting them really close to the sideline. In instances where they would even go out into the sidelines if you're kind of under that 10 when you can, you know what I mean? Just some really well-placed punts, and have done, it's done miracles for special teams. Them being able to really get them pinned deep and whatnot and start their drive from a lot lower. And so it's one of those things where I think punters a lot of times can get overlooked in the sense of usually you're not happy if the punter's on the field because you don't want to have to punt. But it's one of those things that's an important aspect is if you get into a game where it's kind of a real back and forth, kind of a defensive playbook, and running well, and teams just aren't getting first downs, and you're punting that ball back and forth, now you got a bit of a punter showdown. You know what I mean? Where you're able to kind of slowly but surely move that ball down the field through your special teams. And so good special teams are really, really important. Jameson Shehan, a guy that the Bombers really developed in-house, and they're going to keep him around, and I'm generally pleased with that. Because even if you look at his role when he played for California, he had played for the California Golden Bears, and he had played 3 seasons there, 2020 through 2022, and he had just generally gotten better and better and better year after year, and then of course comes to the CFL through that. Not a lot of guys you see through the global draft. Usually it's guys like kickers and punters, though. It's just naturally the world has. I'm not sure if this guy played soccer, but naturally, because of that, you get a lot of kickers and punters that come through that draft, and he's found his way into the lineup, and so I'm happy to have him around. What do you like? I'm not sure if you're extremely familiar with Jameson Shehan, Rick. Just because I don't know if you're taking that much detail into it, but I'm curious.
Here's my thing: is what I like about the global draft is you can find so much talent in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, even just for
I don't
example,
know. I don't know if
it's Nick Constantino.
I don't know
he's
if
in the
it's
NFL now over it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the Aussie rule football out in Australia, but my God, if you need a punter, just go to the global draft, and I'm sure you can find.
You'll get a damn good punter.
I mean, they come in young and they leave as pros.
Yes, sir. But all in all,
no one knew who Sheahan was years ago, and now look at him. No one knew who Constantino was many years ago, and now look at him.
Yeah, no, and I gotta say, again, when he first came in, I was a little bit unsure. Again, not that I was like, oh, we gotta get rid of this guy. What's he gonna do? But I was kind of like, he looks all right, But it was one of those things where I'm like, you know what, we got to give the guy some time. You know what I mean? We got to let him settle in and let's see what he's capable of, and he's done very well. And for an added bonus, you know what he has, Rick?
A Grey Cup?
Yeah, but you know what else he's got? Well, actually, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't have a Grey Cup. He started in 2023. He's got one hell of a beard. He's got one hell of a beard. Look at the man. He's got one hell of a beard. I had to compliment the beard. It looks good. But anyways, we're having fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below to our Discord. We discuss all things CFL related, all sorts of other stuff. Make sure you guys go there and keep the conversation going. And before we get going, Rick.
Yes, I've mentioned this in the other videos, and I'll probably mention this several times again. February 10th, we are doing, or Carter will be joining via phone at some point during the day to make sure I'm still alive.
Yeah.
We and and I'm sure there will be other people that join from other channels and other fans. We'll be doing a CFL free agent frenzy coverage starting at 8 a.m. probably till 9 o'clock at night for a nice 10 to 12 hour coverage to break the news as it breaks. And we'll be looking at rumors, team rosters, predictions of where people may be, coaches, new coaching staffs, you name it, we will be breaking it down.
Yes, sir. All that's fun stuff. So make sure you guys check that out. See you guys next time.